stand for the pledges. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Now please remain standing for the Texas Pledge. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state under God, one and indivisible. Please be seated for a moment of silence.
Today on Eagle Nation News, we have a very fun and spooky show in store. First up, PHS student leaders are hosting a trunk or treat at Liliana Elementary. Join Bradson Swick as he dives into the thrilling details of this spooktacular event. Next up, this resident decorates his house for more than just Halloween spirit. Light up the night with Elsa Meyer to discover how he's helping his neighbors. And finally, Haunted Shadows Lake Trail is fully embracing the Halloween spirit. Follow Nuala Adams and Colton Boston as they walk through this spooky experience. All this and more on today's edition of Eagle Nation News. Good morning, Eagle Nation News, and thank you for joining us. And happy early Halloween. I'm Maddie Kep.
And I'm Dylan Mize, bringing this week's news in our decorated studio, thanks to Edgy. ENN starts right now.
There's no way I just did.
Welcome back, Eagle Nation, and thank you for joining us here again at Studio 301.
Today is Friday, October 25th. The high for the day is around 88 degrees, but it's going to feel much hotter than that with the humidity at 74%.
National Weather Service is describing this weather as, quote, lots of moisture in the air becoming oppressive. We are looking at record high temperatures.
We want to highlight two important events this Saturday for Dominic Henriquez and the Hunter Syndrome community. The Hunter Syndrome Families Fair starts at 7 a.m. at Weston Stonebriar, bringing together 30 families from across the U.S. and top experts in the field.
And later, Dominic's family is hosting a wonderful family festival at Rough Rider Stadium at 4 p.m. This free event raises awareness and funds for family advocacy. Since 2014, they've organized Dancing with Dominic, and this festival promises even more fun with performances, carnival rides, a live band, and a silent auction. Come out and show your support for Dominic and his family.
Tune into our next episode where we'll be going more in depth on Dominic and his story.
Maddie, with Halloween being less than a week away, I can't wait to go trick-or-treating.
I'm sure you are, and it looks like some kids got an early taste of some candy. Bradson, what can you tell about this spectacular event?
Thanks, Maddie. Right now, I'm here at Liliana Elementary, where this year's Trunk or Treat is being held. This event allows Prosper a way to get back to their community, all from the trunk of their cars.
So I'm student council secretary, so my committee was in charge of kind of partnering with Liliana to be here today. So it's basically just a great way to get all the kids and their families to come out, have some fun. It's basically like trick-or-treating, but it's just in a really condensed area, so it's really great for all the little kids to come in and get an early trick-or-treating in. Good way to also, in a safe environment and get the community involved.
So what's your name?
Haven, Finley, Remy.
And what has been your favorite part about this event so far?
Probably getting the candy, seeing all the teachers, hanging out with friends.
And on a scale of 1 to 10, how much candy have y'all think you've gotten so far?
10 million, a million, 4.
Awesome.
I think it's a great way to get everybody together. You know, obviously you see each other at school, but just outside of that, getting around, seeing everyone, meeting new people.
Hi.
It's a great way to, foster like a good environment, a way of getting together and just lifting people up, and to encourage other parks, not just the students, but we've got restaurants here, we've got high schools, so kids can just really see it all, and it really brings a good environment around the year.
And through events like this, our Prosper students continue to give back to the Prosper community. And with Prosper constantly growing, the future for this event looks very promising. Reporting for Eagle Nation News, I'm Bradson Swick.
This event was yesterday afternoon, and I just saw a lot of costumes, but I think ours is the best.
Oh, 100%. If you can't tell, we're Thing 1 and Thing 2 from The Cat in the Hat, aka the best movie ever.
Definitely not one of the best movies, but on the topic of movies, what's an episode of ENN without new releases? Talent Talk is up next.
PHS just landed a moon-treed seedling from NASA's Artemis 1 mission, and they need your help to give it an awesome name. Think of something cool, inspiring, or unique that connects our school spirit with space exploration. To submit your ideas, scan the QR code on the screen.
Many new announcements are taking Hollywood by storm.
Imogen Perez is in studio with this week's Talent Talk. Imogen?
Thank you, Dylan. Jennifer Lawrence has just revealed she's pregnant with her second child. The Hunger Games star announced her pregnancy via Vogue in both an Instagram post and an article. While the actress is excited and says it's quote, the perfect time to have a child, still has many concerns on the safety of her children. She stated during an interview with Interview Magazine that, quote, I was so nervous when I was pregnant. I was getting paparazzi'd and I was like, how am I not going to lose it on these guys when they're taking pictures of my baby? You just have to accept it. Take a deep breath and walk. I don't want him to inherit the anxiety and anger that I have. And speaking of new announcements, they just announced part 2 of season 6 of Cobra Kai. Take a look. I am so excited for this to come out and we'll definitely be watching it when it does. And if you're keeping up with the Menendez brothers case, we have an update for you. 35 years after Lyle and Eric's original arrest, they are officially being reconsidered for a resentence. The brothers' murder of their parents, Kitty and Jose Menendez, created a media storm in 1990 when it was originally happened. And the case was brought back into limelight with the release of the Netflix show Monsters, the Lyle and Eric Menendez story. The show has faced a lot of controversy due to the creator Ryan Murphy's inaccurate portrayal of the brothers and the events in their lives, as well as never even reaching out to the brothers themselves, which I feel like is kind of important when you're making a show about them. But if the show did one thing, it was getting more people to seriously look into the case of the brothers. The brothers were originally given a life sentence without the chance of parole, but just yesterday, LA District Attorney George Gascon spoke up with a recommendation that the brothers are considered for a resentence, and is filing for it today. There are a lot of complicated laws about the brothers' age at the time of the crime and pleas of imperfect self-defense that are feeding into this, but it's largely based on the resurgence of popularity for the case and new evidence proving Eric and Lyle's testimonies of abuse. I've seen Eric and Lyle Menendez being faced with overwhelming support, but there is definitely a large group of people who want them to stay behind bars. Are you guys back to this, keeping up with the case?
Yes, I've seen all the TikToks over my For You page, and I'm definitely invested in the case.
I don't really have an opinion, but I've been seeing all the edits that you've been reposting, and it's getting kind of annoying.
Speaking of monsters, our community is getting into the spooky spirit with a ton of monster decorations.
Elsa Meyer took to the neighbor's yard, hunting yard, and how it's helping our community.
As spooky season kicks off, our town is getting into the spirit through costumes, decorations, and light shows. And one neighbor is going above and beyond with both his lights and his impact.
Well, when I was a kid, you would see people have like a full display and it went along to the music. So I do different songs and new songs and try to change it up a little bit. So, make it a little interesting for the kids.
While connecting with his childhood, the Clack Light Show is able to bring people together to serve the community's needs.
I think I was looking for something close in Prosper to give back to the community. So I do this anyway. Why not get something out of it for the needy?
So Neighbors Nourishing Neighbors really it looks to fight food insecurity with a local food pantry. We serve over 2,600 families every month, and we need your help.
In the past year alone, the number of families in need of assistance has grown exponentially. With this growth, the need for more donations and food has also increased.
There's a huge need, and we just don't have the resources that are in alignment with the increase of the need.
So I do a box over there, and they give me like 4 things that they need. So they asked if we could just kind of promote that, and then, you know, hopefully we'll get a lot of that for the people.
When checking out the Clock Light Show, be sure to bring a can of food to donate to N3 and help fight food insecurity. Reporting for Eagle Nation News, I'm Elsa Meyer.
The show is taking place on 4751 Crossvine Drive in Windsong Ranch, so if you're interested, be sure and stop by.
My family is definitely going all out for Halloween. My mom has had decorations up since October 1st, including a giant 12-foot skeleton in our front yard.
I mean, my mom already has her Christmas stuff down and defrosting.
I'm not so sure about that.
But Prosper Sports are heating up. Game time is up next.
This month is National Principal Month, and Advent set up a surprise for our principal, Mr. Jones. They sent out emails to all of PHS to wear UT gear or orange, write him a thank you card, and or give him the hook'em sign in the hallway. You can also tell him Happy National Mr. Jones Day if you didn't know. From ENN, thank you, Mr. Jones.
It's so amazing to see our student body come together to celebrate our principal.
Also coming together is Prosper Sports. Landon Byram is in studio with more.
Thanks, Maddie. Starting this week's game time off strong with our football team, the Eagles are now 6-1 as they took home the win against McKinney High School. The Eagles had a rough start to the game, but managed to turn it around and finish up the game on top. Junior Lathan Lachele was without a doubt the player of the game, especially with that 100-yard kickoff return. Take a look. Congratulations to our football team. Their next game will be tonight at Allen High School. We look forward to a hype student section as we support our football team. Diving it into the pool, the swim and dive team competed in the meet against Plano East, and Walnut Grove. I have not received the results quite yet, but I will for sure keep you updated. Swinging it from the pool to the course, the Eagles golf team competed in a preseason tournament in Plano. The team brought their top 5 and showed how prepared they are for an amazing season. Tossing it from the course to the court, the Lady Eagle volleyball team took on Allen this past Tuesday and sadly fell short 3-1. Their next match will be tonight at Princeton. Moving from one court to another, the Eagle tennis team had a well-deserved off week as they prepared for playoff competition. Their first opponents are the playoffs are still undetermined. Good luck to the boys and girls tennis team. Running it over to the cross-country team, competed in the Region 1 6A Championship, and the boys team seemed to have an off day, but the girls had an amazing leaderboard, and now we'll move on to the state championship meet. Bouncing back onto the court, the Lady Eagles basketball team will kick off their season tomorrow against Little Elm and Frisco Heritage High School. Good luck to the Lady Eagles on an amazing season. Taking it out of Prosper, looking at some national sports, the Los Angeles Dodgers take on the New York Yankees in Game 1 of the World Series tonight. I am so excited to see the turnout of the series, and based off what I'm wearing, I bet you can tell who I want to win. Well, that's all I have for you for this week's Game Time. Back to you guys at the desk.
If you want to watch the first game today, you can watch it at 7 p.m. on YouTube TV or MLB TV.
I don't really watch sports very much on my TV. I'm more of a movie type of person.
During the Halloween season, I really like to watch scary movies to get me in the spooky spirit.
Another great way to get into the Halloween spirit is haunted houses. Colton Boston and Nula Adams visited Haunted Shadows Lake Trail to take us through the spooky experience.
Thanks, Maddie. Colton and I are here in the colony to experience the Haunted Shadows Lake Trail Halloween activity, and me personally, I am pretty scared.
Yeah, this is the first ever haunted house I'm going to, but I am prepared. I watched my first scary movie on Monday, so I'm feeling pretty good about this.
I love scary movies, but I've never been to a haunted house before, so this is new to me, and I am a little bit worried.
And with this being said, let's see what the Haunted Shadows Trail has in store. I'm okay being around props, but being in the middle of a field, it's night.
Your one job, Colton.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dylan, that way. I can't see. Nope.
Okay, guys, thanks for coming.
How are you?
Would you like to meet my rats?
Sure.
Do we gotta like go that way.
Yeah.
What if I'm too big? Go ahead, Dylan. Go ahead. Go ahead. Lead the way. Nope. Okay. Overall, as a first haunted house experience, I'd say that was great. You have a lot of like jump scares, a lot of thrills, a lot of things that you would expect to be scares and they weren't, things that you didn't think were gonna be scares and they were.
Yeah, so like, even though we come in like expecting to be scared, it was still like a surprise.
Yeah.
Because
I'd say it's a great haunted trail. Definitely come give it a visit while they're still up for the season.
Haunted Shadows Lake Trail is open only until November 2nd, so make sure to check out their website for tickets. Maddie and I had the opportunity to go check it out, and it's safe to say it was pretty scary.
To be honest, Dylan, I wasn't scared at all.
Sure, whatever you say. That's all we have for you today, Eagle Nation, and thank you for letting us tell your stories. Once again, I'm Dylan Mize.
And I'm Maddie Kep. Have a spooky weekend, and go Eagles.
Eagles.